is basically those two. Hello. So I've decided I want to do a video as well as a written blog, because why not? I just want to see how it goes, you know? So today I want to talk to you about how to get out of a slump or a rut, if that's what you call it, and just kind of how to do it in a quick way instead of taking your time, how to kind of get back into it as quick as you can, basically. So I think I've been in a slump for maybe a week and I've kind of felt a bit demotivated, and I don't know why. It might be because I've kind of hyped up everything and I've kind of been so excited about everything, and then you kind of reach a point where you're just like overworking yourself, and then you're like, what do I do from here, you know? Where do I go? And I think the sun's been out and I just want to go out and enjoy it, and I don't feel like doing a lot of work, which is really bad. The sun should kind of motivate you in a way. So I kind of just want to talk about ways that I personally have learned how to get out of that like quickly, I guess. And I feel like it's normal to be in a slump, because when you think about it, like if you think for a second now, how many times we've been in a slump and we've gotten out of it, and it's probably a lot of times. So it's kind of normal, because we like to overwork ourselves a lot and we like to have high expectations and we like to pressure ourselves to do the best we can, and then we get to this level and we're just like, we go down and we just like don't know how to get back up from there. So yeah, that's what I want to do today. So the first thing I do is I make a list of everything that's been on my mind that I need to do. So I need to cancel my phone contract, I need to change my bed sheets, I need to do my washing, I need to catch up with lecture notes, and there's just a long list of things. And even though we hate doing it and we hate looking at everything that we need to do, I think it's the best way to do it. Like the Marie Kondo program, where you take out all of your clothes and you just see how much you have to do, but in a way it's easier to organise, if that makes sense. So I made a long list, not that one, of things that I need to do there. And it's funny because I started this as a journal, so let me show you. So I started off all pretty and everything, and coming on to today, this is what it looks like now, and that's literally what an impatient person looks like, and someone who just has too much time on their hands. No. So my next tip would be to prioritize everything. So you've made a long list of all the things that you want to cover tomorrow, and then you'll prioritize what you actually want to be done by the end of tomorrow. So mine would obviously be uni lecture notes. I'd probably want to cancel my phone contract tomorrow because they're just taking money out, and why would I want that to keep going? And then it would be to do my washing, to finish my blog, obviously, because I'm doing this now. And yes, that will probably be my top things that I want done by the end of tomorrow. So once I've done that, so once I've prioritized everything, I look at my list again and I'll see the things that I think can be done literally in no time. So obviously I need to go to doctors, I need to cancel my phone contracts, I need to do my washing. So those are kind of like general things that can literally be done in 5 minutes. So calling doctors takes what, literally 5 minutes to do. So then I will put that on my list to do tomorrow. So I'll probably make a separate list, so like to do quickly, and I'll put those, and then I'll make another like little section and I'll say to cover by the end of the day, and that will be like my lecture notes, my blog, basically those two. So then once I've done the list, the two lists, I'll kind of formulate a routine. So I'll, in my head, or write it down, I'll think to myself the day before, okay, so I want to wake up at 7. By the time I'm ready for the day, it'll be 8 o'clock, so I'll call the doctors because that's when the phone line's open for my doctors. And then I'll start with lecture notes because I want to do that before I start focusing on my blog because it's more important. And it's kind of up to you what you want to prioritize, obviously, and it's up to you what you think is more logical for you. So for example, some people go to the gym first, so you could either wake up at 7, go to the gym first, and then call doctors, kind of thing. So obviously it's catered to your timings and everything like that. And I've got a tip for people studying or like writing lecture notes and kind of can lose focus because there's so much going on in your head. So I use the Pomodoro effect, which is to study for short breaks, short periods of time. So it'll be like 20 minutes and then a 5 to 10 minute break. And I like it because in those 5 to 10 minute breaks, I could do things like my washing. So in the break, I'll take my washing and I'll go wash it, and then obviously when I come back to do my studying, it'll be 20 minutes and either my washing's done, which it's not though, but in my next break I could probably take the time to call my phone contract and cancel it. So then it's kind of everything's done in this at the same time in a multitasking way, but not, if that makes sense. The one thing I've learned when creating a routine is to do it in small chunks. So don't do like lecture notes for 5 hours long and not do anything else. It's really good to like just take a break in between. So say for the first 2 hours use the Pomodoro effect, so 20 minutes of revising, studying, whatever, and then your 10 minutes of doing something, or if not, just like take a break in general. You don't have to like find something else to do in those 5 to 10 minutes. I just like to do that. And then after 2 hours, maybe go for a walk or something. And don't just sit there at your desk for like 5 hours because you'll just lose concentration. And then that loss of concentration will just carry on for the whole day, and then you'll be back in the slump. And that's the one thing that I have learned when creating routine, is to just take breaks. Because obviously it's depending on who you are, but for me, I lose a lot of focus because I'm thinking about 10 different things at the same time. So at least doing in small chunks will allow me to digest everything. My final tip, and like my most important tip, is to just tell yourself or remind yourself each day why you want to get out of this slump. So tell yourself, okay, I don't want to be lazy because I need to get to here. I don't want to not work because I will fail my exams. So I literally tell myself I need to do these lecture notes, otherwise I'll literally go into my exam and not know anything and then fail and then waste my money. So then it's like, which one do you want more? You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to fail, do you? So each day just keep reminding yourself when you wake up, okay, at least get something done that will get me closer to my goal. So even if it means you don't work for 10 hours the whole day, but you do something productive for 1 hour, at least you've done something. And it's kind of like building up that routine to get you into the habit of doing work. And that's like the hardest thing to tackle, is to do a bit of work each day instead of not do work at all. And it's really easy for us to become demotivated anyways. When things get too much and we leave everything to the last minute, that's when we'll start breaking down and being like, oh my god, what did I do to myself? And then we just put everything off, and it's normal for us to put everything off because there's just so much we can handle, literally. So yeah, those are my tips. I hope they've helped you, and I feel like there's a lot I've missed out, but as my first video, I'm just nervous and I'm just like talking anything. I haven't really planned anything, which is really bad, but you know, just gonna go with the flow for now. Please like, and what else are you meant to do?
Subscribe
and comment if you like it, or just let me know if you like reading the blogs instead, or if you like both or whatnot. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. You too.